Morning, friends. I hope that you're having a fantastic day today. We are going to be looking at day number 9 in your packet. So we're going to start with math, and today that's page 314 and 315. So if you want to get that ready, that's what we're going to look at first. Looking at 314, both of these pages are a lot like what you did yesterday. So yesterday you were looking at the mats. One was a 30 mat and one was a 50 mat. And you were looking at the cubes on it, like this, seeing how many were on there. So today is a lot like that, but instead of doing a 30 or a 50, we're jumping up to 100. So on your mat today, if the whole mat was filled up, there would be 100 cubes, right? So if you look right here at this one, this is number 13, it's the first one on the page, you're going to count your rows first. So if it's a full row, if it's all the way filled up, there will be 10 cubes, right? So you can count these by tens. But once you get down here, you'll have to count by one. So if we look up here, I'm sorry, we're doing this backwards. We're going to count by 10, so let's do that. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then we have to count on 51, 52, 53. So that one is going to be 53 for number 13. If you look at the next one on 14, that one is almost all the way filled up. And we know if it's all the way filled up, it's going to have 100. So on this one, you could actually just count how many are missing instead of going through and counting all of them. So let's do that. I'm going to try to get close so you can see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missing. So 5 less than 100 would be 95, right? So on this one right here, we can see you don't have to count through all of those. You can just count the missing ones since there's only a few. So that one would be 95 on that one, okay? So I'm going to let you all do the rest of these on your own. And you can choose your strategy. It's up to you. You can even write the equation if you want to, if that will help you. If you want to do your tens and then your ones, that's fine. Like on this one right here, you could have counted your tens and wrote 50, and then counted your ones and wrote 3, and then added them together. That's fine too. It's up to you. But I'm going to let you do those others down there on your own. The next page is 315, and this one is kind of the same idea. You're going to use the same skills, but you're adding them together. So up here, you're going to see how many groups of 10 we have, because these are still rows of 10, and then we have to count on. So on this page, it might help if you do write your equation, just to kind of see what it should look like. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to count how many groups of 10? Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So I know that this whole cube, or this square, right here, is 100. So I'm going to write that first to help me remember. But then I still have to add these down here. So I see, okay, I have another row of 10, and then I'm going to count on 11, 12. So if this is 100 up here, and this is 12 down here, I'm going to put that. That would give me what number? 112. And we have been talking about when you're writing those numbers, those 3-digit numbers, it's going to look like this, because you have your hundreds place, your tens place, and your ones place. So that's what that one should look like, okay? And you're going to do that on all of those as well. So you're just adding them together, but it will help you on this one if you write it out this way to help you remember how to write your answer, okay? So make sure you're writing your equation on that. If you have any questions on that, just have somebody message me or email me on Blooms or something, okay? Looking at your literacy for today, your reading was on coins, which you should know all about. It talked about what a coin is and the different types of coins. Which if you're at your house and you can get on YouTube, you can show your parents our coin songs if you want to do that, because I know that you all like those. So you should be able to do this one pretty well. Just a reminder, make sure that you're working on counting those quarters. I know that you can count by ones, fives, and tens, but make sure you're working on the quarters, okay? 25, 50, 75, $1. So make sure you're working on counting those up, okay? You also have some questions, first of all, to go with that one, and they're pretty easy. I don't think I need to go over those. And your sight words. So make sure you're going over your sight words. And then the last thing on there was you had your phonics reader like we would normally do, and these are looking at those long I sounds. So if you want to go through this like we would in class and highlight those long I words, you're welcome to do that. Parents, just so you all know, if you cut these, don't cut in the middle, but if you cut the dotted line at the top here and here, you can fold them and then staple them, and it makes a little booklet, and they should be in order. Just make sure you don't cut this center line here, but you just cut the top, middle, and bottom, and it'll work out front and back to where it's in order. But your kids are used to these, so if they can go through and highlight, usually we pick a color for whatever the letter is, so like a color for the long I words, and then a different color for sight words, and we go through and highlight, and then you can work on reading them like that. So, but that's up to you if you want to do that. If you want to just work on reading it front and back, you can. It's just a little confusing because it's not in order this way. It's a little funky. So, I think that is all. You don't have any writing for today. So if you want to go back and work on your writing from yesterday, I know you had a free write. You're welcome to work on that some more. But if you have any questions at all, just let me know. You can call me or text me or send me a Bloom's message, and I'll be glad to help. Otherwise, I hope that you have a fantastic day and know that I love you and I miss you. Bye, guys.